Next week, the calendar will read June, and it has to be better than May. It has to be.
I promise. Mother Nature will work with us as the calendar page turns to June. We have temperatures that will feel a lot more like June and much more sunshine to start off the week of the first week of June. But I remember last year I did a Jeremy's Journeys at the Paulman Farms, and their strawberries were ready last year at this time. So all of this rainfall causing havoc for some crops like strawberries, which need a lot of sunshine and warm days to really turn red and be juicy and perfect for the summertime crop. So we're going to have a change of pace as far as the weather goes as we go into the first week of June. Just not quite yet, and we have downpours right now across the region, especially in central Pennsylvania. We have a low pressure system steamrolling right over northeastern Pennsylvania with heavy downpours right now for Williamsport and Bloomsburg. And if you look down towards our south and east, there's actually a tornado watch still in effect for those counties between Allentown and Philadelphia. And there's also a flood watch for New Jersey. Now, we're not going to be set up with the juiciest and most energized storms. Those are going to stay towards our south and east. So we're not talking about thunderstorms, but we will see downpours a large part of this evening through the overnight. And there's some heavy rainfall right now headed towards Philadelphia with lightning strikes. You'll notice there's no lightning strikes over us, and we're going to keep it that way. It's going to be benign rainfall, but enough that at some spots south and east, Schuylkill, Carbon, Monroe counties, even out to Pike, could have some flash flooding overnight tonight in those spots that are prone to flooding. That low pressure system is going to continue up towards the north and east and steamroll right over northeastern and central Pennsylvania, but the strongest storms associated with it are along that cold front, wrapping down from New Jersey, New York, down into parts of the Carolinas, and that's going to stay towards our east. There's a live view of the Scranton Electric City sign with raindrops on the lens as the Electric City gets doused, and here's the view from Pottsville where we have raindrops on the lens too, some heavier downpours there in the Schuylkill. 61 is the current temperature. We have winds coming out of the north at 5. It's not really particularly windy tonight, but it will be windy tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures, they were warmer than we've seen for quite a while. 75 here in Avoca, but that's still 1 degree below average, which makes it 13 days of temperatures below average in a row. 77 was the high in Williamsport, 77 for Selinsgrove. And today makes 23 out of 30 days in the month of May that we've had measurable rainfall here in Scranton. 19 out of the 30 days in Williamsport. So it's been a very rainy May, and we're twice as much as the average seasonal rainfall for May as well. Temperatures right now in the 50s and low 60s. We're at 60 in Auburn and Elysburg, so it's a mild night, 61 in Scranton. And the rainfall is going to continue as we head through the overnight and into your morning. So the highest impacts are going to be before sunrise. Between now and 8 a.m., heavy downpours continuing, and that's going to accumulate to about an inch of rain in some spots. And then into the afternoon, we really do dry out. There will be some lingering showers, but they're not going to impact too much of your commutes or outdoor activities. You can still hold on to those for the afternoon. Here's how I see things. We have really heavy rainfall through the overnight tonight, and you see those splotches of red and orange continuing into eastern Pennsylvania till around 3, 4, 5 o'clock, clearing out as far as rainfall in central Pennsylvania by sunrise or so, and the heaviest rainfall moves off towards the north and east by 8 a.m. Then we're still dealing with some lingering showers, so have the umbrella handy if you have any afternoon plans, but we could have some breaks of sunshine in between those showers, so it's not a complete washout of a Saturday. And then into your day on Sunday, more sunshine in the morning, some clouds into the afternoon, and maybe even a spot sprinkle, but most of the day on your Sunday remains dry. I think that's the better of the 2 weekend days. Headed into Monday, we got lots of sunshine and warming temperatures. There's your rainfall totals between a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall the further east you live, so Pike County probably going to get closer to an inch. Overall, probably putting us in the top 3 wettest Mays on record since 1948 for Scranton. There's your weekend forecast of the 2 weekend days. They're both in the 60s, but Sunday has less of a chance for rainfall. And then headed into next week, Monday looks great with a mix of sun and clouds, 73. Then we're finally above average after a 16-day stretch at 80 on Tuesday with sunshine. And we could be pushing 90 by Wednesday. If anything, I think those 90s would be down in Schuylkill County, Northumberland County, right along the Susquehanna River. Maybe Sunbury could touch 90 on Wednesday.
So all my friends in Sunbury need to invite me over.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan. We can all take a dip in the Susquehanna. It'll be a little cold, but it'll feel nice and refreshing with 80s and 90s in the air.
I like the way you think, Jeremy. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thanks.